Welcome to the Fort Walton Beach Business Forum. I'm Bill Roberts with Barnes Insurance and Financial Services, and also the 2017 chair of the Greater Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce. Many times on this show I talk about the value and being relevant for the chamber in our community, but also talk about friendships that you build with people, paths that you might have crossed before. And this next guy, I know it's a friendship for life. It's Matt Turpin.
Absolutely.
Who's on the board of directors, the treasurer of the chamber, and the chair-elect for 2019 for the Greater Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce. Matt, nice to have you here,
Thank you, Bill, for having me, and you're exactly right about the friendships that are made for life. That is one thing I cherish is our friendship.
Let's talk first about the chamber and your involvement and why you're so involved in the chamber.
I moved here in 2010. I think the second meeting I had was with Ted Corcoran. And
did you say, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, well, being from Birmingham Chamber of Commerce really wasn't relevant, but at least in my life it wasn't relevant. So meeting with Ted, and we started to put a plan together on becoming more active in the chamber. And thankfully, this 2013, 2014, I was elected to the board. And then next year rolled on as the treasurer, and have loved my time of getting involved. I tell this story often. I came to Fort Walton Beach knowing one person, and after getting involved with the chamber, that number quickly rose to well over 1,000 people.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. You know, a lot of members come there and they go to the First Friday Coffee, and they don't see the chamber until the next month of First Friday Coffee. But there's so much opportunity, especially for a person in your business or anybody, whether you're a business person or just want to be involved. There are a lot of opportunities in the chamber, a lot of committees to serve on,
right.
And to take the lead like the treasurer that you've done. I mean, that's a pretty intense job that you volunteer to do.
Well, thankfully I've got some training in that. So it does help to have the education background to do that day in and day out. It has been great to get to know the numbers part of the chamber, what it costs to operate, what we need to bring in so that we can continue and do what we do for our chamber members.
Well, it's so helpful when you bring back a report that really not only are the dollar figures, what the net was, or sometimes what the loss was, but the volunteer hours involved, you know, and it's just amazing what the chamber can do. You know, we've got a great staff down there.
Absolutely, and the number of hours that they do put into events is astounding, and it's great. Staff works very hard, and that is not just Ted, the entire
staff. Yeah, Ted
work very hard.
Ted gives his staff a lot of responsibility, and they always perform.
Yeah, they do.
You're involved. I mean, you're in the Bowlegs.
Yes. I'm in the crew of Bowlegs. I'm involved with the William Augustus Bowles Historical Foundation, also the Arc of the Emerald Coast. So I have a little bit of free time.
It won't be in 2019.
No, not at all. Or 18.
Yeah. Chair.
Right.
You know,
it will not. I'm looking forward to that. That is a great honor to be voted as the chair for 2019 for our fellow board members. As you know, it is a great honor. I am looking forward to carrying the torch that you and those have before you've set before. So it's a great honor, and I'm looking forward to it.
71st year of the chamber, so you'll be the 73rd chair of the chamber, and you're going to do a great job.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're a people person with a lot of common sense and a lot of intellect, and look forward to your year, man. It's going to be a great
Thank you, I do appreciate it. Particularly the common sense part, thank you.
Well, let's talk about how you got to this community, Fort Walton Beach. Your position, who you're with?
After the BP oil spill, my background is tax and audit, which Carr, Riggs, and Ingram is one of the largest in the country, specifically the largest in the Gulf states. accounting firm. We provide audit, tax, assurance services. I also specialize in business valuations and mergers and acquisitions. So in 2010, I moved from Birmingham to relocate here, brought my business here to value businesses that have been affected by the BP oil spill. And I've been able to build off that with valuing businesses for business owners or marital or business dissolution for litigation support, and also if a business owner or a potential business owner is looking at buying or selling a business. I have this conversation frequently. If you work for somebody like we do, you can get a retirement statement every quarter that says this is the value of your retirement. Most business owners, their business is their retirement.
Right.
You don't get a quarterly statement saying this is what your retirement is worth. So it's good to do that on an annual basis, particularly if you're 3 to 5 years out from selling a business, because you sure don't want to be surprised when you get ready to do that transaction that your sweat equity is not worth what you thought
Right.
it was.
Exactly.
See that a lot.
Exactly. Carr Riggs Ingram, let's talk about locations, where you are, and just numbers.
Carr Riggs and Ingram, we've got over 60 offices across the Southeast. We are growing weekly, monthly. There's a lot of resources, a lot of knowledge, a lot of expertise in specialized fields, not just accounting and tax. We have recently moved our office within the last year from the Mary Esther location over to the corner of Eglin and Yacht Club at the second floor of the Bank of America building.
Right, right.
So that's a great location, very convenient for a lot of our clients, and it's a very nice location.
I know you travel a lot in your job. I know you talk about going to the Keys for clients. Just got back from Birmingham.
Yeah.
Where's your office? I need to come see you.
My office is everywhere. My office is my cell phone and my truck. The best way to get a hold of me is either by email. I mean, I am in the office, whether it's in our Destin office or located in Miramar Beach. That's where I'm based out of. But as my role here in Fort Walton Beach increases, I'm somewhat like that utility infield. I just run I just run wherever I can catch the ball.
Well, again, it's nice of you to be here today. But,
Thank you for having me.
But awfully nice of what you're doing for our chamber, for our community. You're taking on a big role in 2 years in the chamber. You've had a big role as a treasurer.
Yeah.
But we appreciate it. We're glad you're in Fort Walton Beach and not in Birmingham anymore.
Right, yeah.
And I'm glad to know you're my friend.
Well,
It's
great.
been a pleasure to know you.
Well, the honor's mine.
Appreciate
Thank you
you being here.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.